Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with more iRacing. This time around we're here with the Formula 3 Fix Series from Hockenheim. Now, I'm going to lie and say that I didn't qualify, hence why I'm starting at the back. Definitely wasn't the fact I got one lap in and it was pretty damn poor. 18 laps ahead of us though, going to be just under a half-hour race if we make it to the checkered flag, but I think surviving turn 1 is going to be a challenge in itself. Get yourself subscribed, let's see how we get on. Right, let's do this thing then. Formula 3, here from Hockenheim. Like so, and away we go. Well, not for the guy that started alongside me there. Horrible start. Luckily, I've run able to get around him as we head down towards turn 1, and also allows me just to blend over to that racing line. Are we going to see any chaos? Car on the outside there. Just running a little bit wide on the way in. Has everyone made it through turn 1? No issues. That is a very, very pleasant surprise. I think we've got nearly 30 cars on this grid, as just again trying to keep it clean through the second turn. Oh, someone has not made it through turn 3 there and taken someone out with them. So that is immediately 2 spots gained. Then, yeah, like I said, I think there was close to 30 cars here. So the fact that everyone made it through turn 1 is quite impressive, as we're going to get quite a good run on Aaron as we head down the back straight. Whoa, and this is where things go catastrophically wrong. Just get to that apex, and I don't want to know how. Well, actually, I do want to know how many places I've made up there. A lot of people very, very unhappy. That was. Are they done? I can't imagine they're done just yet. That was certainly. I had forgot how lethal the hairpin would be, to be completely honest with you guys. So luckily I remembered that before we got into the corner. But yeah, ooh, that's going to be close on the rejoin. Careful, careful. Come on. We've all survived the hairpin lap 1. Let's try and make it to the end of the lap. As Petronas car there clearly got struggling as much as the W13/14 there for Alex. But as we wind our way through the final few turns, we have survived the opening lap. We're still on 0x. Having to really tweak around the brake bias in this car this week. I found that the standard one, I was really struggling with a lot of front locking there, so it's costing me a little bit of time in some places, but I think over the lap it is absolutely worth it. Where are we going to be then come the end of lap 1? Is everyone going much slower through turn 1 than I was expecting? We're P13! I've made up near enough 10 spots then on the opening lap. That is rather impressive. It's just got to be careful. The guy behind us will try and dive bomb me. Got to try and get a run, I think, on Alex as we head out onto the back straight. He's definitely a little bit cautious on the brakes there. And yeah, straight from about -60 iRating up to +11 there. And look at the slipstream run we've got as we head down in towards the hairpin, then to the inside, make it nice and clear. Don't think he really wants to put up too much of a fight. He will try to outbrake me. Just a little bit worried about where the 21 was going to go, and I think, no, he's going to hang it there. Fair play. Still going to be side by side then as we head off the corner. Make sure we give him plenty of room around the outside there as we try and head through the kink. Of course, we'll get a small advantage, but he'll have the inside for the next proper corner. Just try and hook it up around the outside there again. Try and give him plenty of room as we're still side by side down in towards the final sector. This is a great little battle as the number 23 car trying to get involved. Thinks better of making it 3 wide, but the inside as we head back down to the stadium, and he might lose 1, he might lose 2 in that moment. But that was good little side by side action there. We both kept it clean, both kept it respectful. Of course, we all know just what the F3 cars can be like on the sim, and of course the racing that can occur. And of course I think everyone hopefully understands, yeah, if you get contact in these things, that is more often than not GG's. Pace still a long way off where I would aim to be though. 35.9 is not particularly great, but we're into P11 then. I want to get a top 10 here. Whoa! Whoa! How on earth? That is going to be scary on the rejoin. Hats off to that. How none of them collided. That's incredible. Etienne there with about 4 huge saves, and suddenly as we head out the final corner, I haven't really got anywhere to go. I'm going to let the 21 blend back in if they want it. I think the Merc car behind me wanting to be a little bit more aggressive there. We should get a run on Dimitri out of the first corner. But how on earth Etienne hung on to that, I will never quite understand. As we're on the inside. Oh, that was very close to contact there through turn 1. We might be able to get a good run though. Sorry, out of turn 2 through turn 3 there on Dimitri. Definitely seemed like this little battle pack in front of us. We're not afraid You know, sort of throw some mean blocks on each other, things like that. As here goes the Merc, then the Red Bull car as well, going to try and go defensive. That's okay, as long as they've both gone the same way. Just see Alex backing out of it. Toyota car very, very slow. There is some contact. That's the front wing gone of the Red Bull car, and I think the Toyota are out of it as well. So we've just got to be very, very careful now. I don't know how that Red Bull car is going to handle in towards the next couple of corners. He's going to really try and defend from me, but he's lost his wing. So surely he's going to be slow as the Merc again. Alex and I side by side for the second time in 4 laps through here. Try and hook it up the long way around if we possibly can. We have got the run off the corner. Hopefully he's going to back out of it, but I wouldn't count on it. No, he doesn't. Can we get round the outside? Yes, we will. So we've done one move on in there, down the inside, one round the outside. Like I said, Dimitri's lost his wing, so surely he's going to have to peel into the pit lane unless he doesn't realise. And I mean, if he doesn't realise, he's going to lose bags of time through the corners. He's actually hanging on fairly nicely there. We'll definitely notice it, unless, of course, it hasn't happened on his end. But we are now into 10th place then of this race. So we're where I wanted to be there, as I don't know why I keep downshifting into 4th. That's definitely a 5th gear corner, but yeah, Dimitri now, of course, I don't think he'll be within the slipstream range of the car in front. So as long as I get a nice run out of here, we should be able to gain a little bit more time there. Careful not to allow the wheels to spin all too much there. You can really overheat them very, very quickly in these Formula 3 cars, so of course then it just really upsets the balance and you just spend the next half of that trying to cool them back down, otherwise you're sliding around everywhere. But yeah, not close enough to Dimitri to really make any inroads, but surely we can be quicker. Whoa, that was close. Alex almost going into the back of me. We'll leave them to battle side by side, I hope, behind me. That was, yeah, just suddenly looked in my rearview mirror and there was suddenly a very, very big Mercedes logo. Dimitri again, not a good run out of turn 1. Surely this time around we're going to be able to try and get a bit of a run on him. We'll show the nose at the inside at turn 2, but no real point in doing anything. We may as well sit back and try and get a really big run out onto the back straight there, as Luca has just been able to break away slightly in front of him, but surely now 2 tenths back we are going to get a big, big help of slipstream as we head down this back straight. To the inside we'll go. He has still got the wing then by the looks of it. Or at least he's certainly got that half of the wings. He's going to try and hook it up around the outside. I just want to make sure I get it slowed down. And yeah, he definitely has got the entire wing then, so I think that was just a bit of iRacing net code. But Luca 1.6 seconds up then. That's the next car on the old hit list, but I wouldn't surprise me if Dimitri comes back for seconds. Whoa, big dive coming in behind. Whoa, Victor there, clearly with no sense of risk aversion. I can commentate still. Stopped. Is it a blue flags or is it someone that we're actually battling with? Oh, it's P4! He's binned it. Francesco there, making a rather catastrophic error, so that will promote me up then into P8. Looks like Darius might have lost a bit of time as well from it, but we're definitely quicker than Luca at the moment there. 33.9 last time against his 34.1. Again, I don't know what sort of times Francisco behind will be able to set.
Nice, Francisco.
Oh, we got another one off. Omar from P2 into the wall. What on earth is happening at the moment then? So 2 front runners making mistakes this lap. I think Omar is well and truly out of it. Must have just dipped it on the sand or bottomed out over the curbing. And well, sometimes it can all change in an instant in these Formula cars. And yep, Omar definitely in a world of hurts. That's going to promote me now up into P7 then of this race. And yeah, still, we are taking time out of Luca in front there, just trying to keep it on the island, as Darius in front of him is losing time. The leaders, I think, are right there. We're not far away. Well, crossing over the halfway stage then of this race, we're still now setting good, consistent high 33s. And we are, I mean, we're getting ever so slightly close to Luca. He does seem to be up in his own pace there, as Darius in front definitely still dropping back towards our clutches. But it's whether we can try and get past Luca before he gets close enough to Darius, I think, is the real question as well. That was a little bit wide through T2. It does really compromise your run on the exit turn 3, and especially with this F3 car being quite skatey. You do kind of have that moment of wonder as you go through turn 3 going, I really hope this thing grips up. Because we all know what the grass can be like here on iRacing. But yeah, just trying to hit good, consistent times. Haven't got anyone too close behind me either. So that's the first time I've done that today. Just nicked the outside sausage curb Try saying that 5 times over on the exit of the hairpin. Oh, slow car. Someone's had issues. Whoa, 2 of them have had issues. As I think, were those both... Yeah, they were both cars I think we were meant to be battling with. So we've gained another 2 places then. Into P5 we go. This is just a race of attrition. As I'm going to be the next one to find my way to the gravel trap. Luckily, just a quick little 360, try and get back on the road, but we're going to leak places like a sieve. Oh, that guy wanted to cut it in tight. And that might be how Omar earlier on binned it then. That was rather scary, and all that hard work so far has certainly gone down the drain a little bit, until hats off to that gentleman for hanging on to it off the corner. We're definitely going to try and claim the freebie. That's Francisco again. Another moment in this race, as I'm just going to try and cut in front there. He really did try to make my life difficult. We'll pick up a 1x on the exit, but perhaps he's rather rowdy then in these cars. Perhaps I'm going to have to watch out for him. Yeah, we're now back behind Alex and Aaron, who of course we battled with early on, and we could have been up in the battle for the podium, but got to put that behind us, got to get on with it. We're still in P12 then, of course, after that move on Francisco, but I can't help but wonder that position is about to leave me once again. Oh, he really does want to give me a tight squeeze, doesn't he? Of course, both of us worried about running into the cars in front. Whoa! Bro, come on! You can't just force me out. He's trying to go for the Max Verstappen move. I reckon this might be a Max Verstappen or a Verstappen family tribute, because he's got the old Arrows livery from the car that Jos used to drive as well. We're not going to quite be close enough this time round to go for anything, unless we wanted to go for an absolutely disastrous dive bomb attempt. Oh, he does brake a little bit early there. Just got to be... Oh, no, no, no! Oh, that's annoying. That's exactly what I was on about, like cooking the rear tyres. And another 2 places go missing. I mean, we're back a bit of P12 there, so I don't know why we've done that, but we've literally gone from 0x up to 9 in the space of 2 laps. But like I said, I feel like we have still got good pace. Let's just keep my head down. Someone else with issues. Don't know who that is. It's Francisco. Okay, so we will get that place back then. So back up then into P13. Unlucky for some. We're definitely quicker than Zeph just in front of us, but I think Ezekiel might just have a big enough margin to move the end of this race. There's only 15 of us left running. How bad a race of attrition has this event been? I mean, if you're going to finish this thing, you're pretty much guaranteed now, I think, to gain iRacing. It looks like Julio and Patrick behind me aren't going to gain anything. But yeah, let's try and get up to Zeph then. Try and reclaim P12. I mean, from where we started, a podium would have been incredible. I don't think we can be too upset about the places we've still been able to gain here, despite the fact most of them I could have gained by just tootling around at 40 miles an hour. But welcome to F3, ladies and gentlemen. It never changes, apparently. Right, come on then. 2 laps to go here from the ring. Not that ring, of course, but we are now all over the back of Zeph. Hopefully we can try and get a run as we head down this back straight. We might not quite be able to get the run, but we'll certainly get closer. About half a second, the slipstream range on these things, but I tell you what, once you get in that range, boy, does it drag you along there. It's like we've got a tow hook attached to the back of that Dallara in front of me, as we'll try and fill his mirrors. I think it's another one with a Mercedes paint scheme, but yeah, 1 lap to go after this one. So there's definitely still a little bit of time, but yeah, as long as we get to the end cleanly, that of course has got to be the biggest priority. To finish first. First you must finish, but we're definitely not going to finish first, put it that way. Still getting a little bit of liveliness from the rear end through there, more often than I'd like. Seems to actually be over-rotation on the brakes on the way in. It's just where I'm having to run such a rearward brake bias on this thing to avoid locking up. I don't mind having to point it in a little bit more off the rear, but it's just that corner that it really, really struggles with. We've got another spinner up the road. Careful on the rejoin. So that's going to promote us then into P12. So this is now the battle for P11 there. Look how slow he is. So we rhymed our way to start the final lap here at Hockenheim. Are we going to find any opportunity? Certainly not back down towards turn 1, but we'll certainly fill his mirrors as best as possible there. Try and spot the apex nicely. A really nice run, of course. Now we just got to focus on trying to get a good run out of turn 2. We've got another slow car So it is all kicking off then late on in the day, and suddenly this is a battle for 10th place then, as you can just see Zeph not really getting the run. I ran way too wide, those compromised my line on the exit. We'll be able to get a run as we head down the back straight. We are going to tuck into the wheel tracks of the Mercedes livery car in front of me. Is he going to try and go defensive? It doesn't look like he is. To the inside, we'll show the nose. Just focus on trying to make sure we get it stopped on that apex and give him the room around the outside, but we have snuck by, and we're now up into P11 then of this race. As there's more contact, I think, going all up in front. Either that or they were incredibly close. Looks like they both made it out of it alive. Is he going to try and send it back up the inside? Yes, he is. We'll try and again make sure we give him the room. So it's not a Merc livery, but looks of it seems to be a Porsche scheme, as are these two in front of us going to potentially cause any last lap heroics as well. That might allow us to gain another freebie. We've already gained 2 freebies on this lap and an actual overtake. But still Zeph right behind me there as we wind our way into the final couple of corners. The sun is finally shining. It's been a very overcast Grand Prix here from Hockenheim, but round in the final couple of turns. Don't do anything silly now, Matt. It's been a race of pretty much last to the front and back to the rear of the field. We will recover. I think that's P11 then at the end of the day. Yes, it is. So we can't be too upset with that result. Let's go take a look at the incident report, and then we'll have a look at our final race results. Right, well, having a look then. This was the incident lap 1 with Rasmus. So the other guy didn't collect him. He just couldn't see where he was going. But we don't get much of a look at that one. Always a nice way to start. Down towards the hairpin then. Ferrari car is the leader. Oh, a little bit of movement. You can't move that much. I think, to be honest, he had what was coming for him. But it collects so many cars at the front of the field there. You can't move like that and make so many little movements. That was like Rubens Barrichello versus Ralf Schumacher at Australia, of course, Albert Park, all those years ago. A little bit of contact as well there as the Hugo Boss Porsche gets squeezed out on the exit. That one, yeah, a little bit more sort of standard racing, but still, I'm sure, frustrating there. As now we've got a yellow car. I'm going to look up the inside. That is brave. That is brave. And yeah, they kind of met in the middle there, but they both lived to fight another day. Let's see now, this was an incident. You can see me just in front there, peeling to the outside. This must have been the incident that caught up a couple of the cars that I was battling with. Oh, there's the Red Bull. So he definitely did lose his front wing on my end, but it suddenly comes back on. That guy got a good view in the house for that one. But yeah, apart from the Toyota car, we all made it through there. Here we go. This was the orange car, of course, the one that I had a couple of battles with. Loops it round by himself. And that's going to allow countless cars to sneak back through. So that was, of course, where we made up the place and even nixed the wall as well for good measure. I think the next car coming through is going to be myself. Yes, it is. Look at me making it onto my own incident reel. Here we go. Orange car again then. Yellow one has a look up the inside. Does turn in a little bit, but probably could have been given a bit more room. And he's going to completely come across the guy on the exit. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but they do knock out your steering. Alpine car up the inside of the old Force India, style car. Alpine loops it. Toyota in the wrong place at the wrong time. Actually does the Toyota, I think, a lot more damage there, as I think we're going to sneak through this group. Yes, there we are again, picking up the freebies. Orange car, I'm guessing this might have been the one that took him out of the race entirely. Nicks the car over the curbing. Does get it slowed down, but I think, yep, calls it a day. Late on in the afternoon, Merc car, this was where he just got loose and lively there. Just nicks that front outside wheel onto the curb in there, and luckily does. See, that's how you stay out of the way of other cars. Alex, my hat's off to you, sir. Don't know, we've joined the 7 car with 3 wheels, and you're definitely going to struggle to race on that. There we go then. I think that is all of them. Another chaotic race, as I have, well, having a look then at our final race results. Minus 0.25 SR lost is not great, but not the end of the world in Formula 3. Another 25 iRacing, though, slowly pushing us back in the right direction there. P11 from 22nd on the grid. Other notable results, P20 to 5th for Luca, and P25 up to 9th for Ezekiel there, but we think we could have gone 22nd to 3rd come the end of that one. Looks like Darius did hang on, though, ahead of Luca as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we will return very, very soon with more iRacing content.